to the Professional Media Presence podcast series. In today's episode, prepared by Prisms Malta and Turku University of Applied Sciences, two young artists, Gabriel and Angela Bettoni, share their experiences on building artistic bridges.
Good afternoon, I'm Gabriel a journalist, but also an artist, a writer and a photographer, who also do other work like theater work and script writing for television. And it was such a wonderful experience, the experience we shared as artists from Malta in Turku, Finland, that we're going to be discussing this with a fellow writer and a dancer,
and an advocate,
and a performer with Angela Bettoni. And we will be speaking about our experiences as artists who participated in this project. Angela, if I had to ask you, how did you get to know about this project and what made you apply for it?
I think it was from looking on Facebook, also on the internet, where Prisms was doing, and they have really European funded projects. And I wanted to improve my digital skills, network with international artists, and to develop myself now as an artist with a disability as I have a Down syndrome.
I agree with you, because when I saw the Facebook post as well, I said as an artist I wish to expose myself and to be more out there. So even I wanted to improve my digital media presence. Currently I use Facebook and Instagram, and sometimes I do some reels and some stories on Instagram. Facebook I use it more for writings, but then Instagram for photos and writings and to upload some videos.
It really depends on the content, I'd say. Like, I receive a lot of my advocacy as you can put links. So Instagram, I realized how useful it was as soon as I started the first webinar of the Professional Media Festival. And then during the week there, I realized Instagram is better in a way. So now I'm learning more techniques and Instagram as well.
Okay. So as you mentioned, we had this virtual meeting before the actual meeting in Finland. So we must mention that we have also these workshops in which we are discussing very interesting things and topics, of course. What did you do? Or else, what did we do during our stay in Turku?
So mainly attending different workshops and talks of like digital media and networking with other artists from abroad.
I agree with you. It was a really nice networking long week event, because there were other artists from different countries and there was ample time for us to speak, to discuss even our own projects, and maybe see room for collaboration. What if I had to ask you, which memory do you cherish most?
That would be a tough one, because I'm many fond memories. Probably when we went to the villa.
When we went to the villa?
In the hot tub.
Can you tell us more about that day? It was a Wednesday?
Yeah.
A very special Wednesday indeed.
Indeed. I also got to take over the PMP Instagram stories with artistic quality of the tiny Rupert. So over the day we were collecting different footage. I was doing video documentation. I was repeating stuff on the Instagram stories. I listening to very interesting talks.
Do you feel that video documentation is important?
It is.
Why?
Because we are archiving.
Archiving.
So when we were in back for future things in the future, you can always have those videos which you can go back to use.
In my case, I use promotional videos as well to promote my work. So for example, if I'm going to take part in an event, I use a video, maybe share a video, a testimony of what I'm doing. How do you use videos in your advocacy?
So my phase this year in summer, I was on an Erasmus class in Greece, and I did a documentary for the inclusive mobility.
Okay.
And that was very interesting because for the developers, so one was there physically and about online. So I had to do archive work on the documentation that we had done. I received all the performances. And I can buy a documentary for the inclusive mobility site. So now they're useful because we're basically archiving everything.
Even I really like documentaries and the way one can capture one's life or an experience through a documentary. Angela, I had to ask you, would you want to do more documentaries of the sort as you did last summer?
Yeah, for certain. I think it's also important to also see what a young artist with Down syndrome was doing.
So you were documenting your life, literally, in this case.
So that is different. You're also on my Erasmus experience as a writer, advocate, and before with Down syndrome.
Okay.
But last year at Pennsylvania, I did a documentary.
As well. Like an interview.
Recently, just cross up, filming me go to the Malta Technology of Arts and Sciences.
MCAST.
And then I went to your house that's in Malta, and the filming for the program was us co-hosting on TV Malta as the first co-presenter with Down syndrome. And that's interesting. I actually liked doing that.
Okay.
But I understand to raise expectations for the general public.
And I think it was beautiful to see you doing everything and allow me to use the word normal.
Yeah.
Because maybe people have different expectations of people from Down syndrome and they don't expect you to do everything like just a normal person.
Activism and as an artist, it's not common. So of course, as soon as Bettoni of the Italian of dancers offered me a potential collaboration on others' residency with them on a new project that I will be doing, I jumped to it instantly. And then I realized, this had to be a break as an artist with a disability. It's all what I can do, but then that exposure with PLP really gave me during the week.
Yeah.
Exposure and visibility.
Because art can be and is a tool for activism, as for social justice. For example, I do it when I speak about social injustices happening here in Malta. I speak about the environment or more about the destruction of our countryside, even other topics, for example, when it comes to immigration and the way we treat other people and human dignity.
Translate that into their own artwork, like installations, performances,
and as we are to list a few, and as we are speaking, these art teams, as we also discovered when we were in Turku, these art teams are very universal. So I might do a poem about what's happening in Gozo, the sister island of Malta, when it comes to the environment and a lot of buildings popping up everywhere. But this might be the reality as well, for example, of another place, of another city. And activism through poetry, maybe it's not that popular, but I wish that it would be more popular. In my case, I learned through my experience in the professional media presence conference that, for example, it exists a competition for poetry slam. I don't know if you ever heard of it, that there's this competition for poetry.
Poetry slam. Yeah.
So basically, for me it was also an eye-opener that there are other opportunities that I wish to explore.
The people say are that read because they really realize, wow, there's so many opportunities which they can do as artists.
And as well, sometimes we restrict ourselves to opportunities in Malta. Yeah. But I think you would agree with me that we should also look
abroad
as
well.
If I had to ask you how this experience helped you as how did it help you as an emerging artist?
Well, I say that I think allows skills on how to improve my online media presence, as I use a lot of social media for my advocacy.
Okay.
As well. Be collaborations.
Okay. Do you have a separate account for your media?
For social media is I use stories for personal things.
Stories for personal things?
And I have the feed for my work.
For your work.
So I don't post it to theatre. I really do it. It was activism related.
Okay.
Or something that relates to my undergraduate for promoting performance without the ability to work together.
So if you go to swim, you post it as a story, not as a post.
Yes. I also learned like the collaboration.
In what way?
So it's happened twice. When I didn't expect that in God, so during that week, because I had a collaboration from the Italian partners.
So something I really... Something that I really enjoyed is the appreciation of the Maltese language. We're in Malta, we're a very, very small island. We have our own language, which is a mix of Arabic, Italian, and English. And a lot of people, when they heard me read my poems in Maltese, because mainly I write in Maltese, they were asking me about the language and how do we do it and how do we manage to speak it and if it's difficult or not and the sentence structure, the grammar, and that interest in our language, in the Maltese language. Yeah, it was beautiful. It was.
We are outside the foreign country, and you realize, oh wow,
yes,
it's beautiful.
I think even that I really do love Maltese, I also take it for granted the fact that we can have, let's say, this advantage that we have our own language, that we can speak it, that we can write it, we can do music through Maltese lyrics as well. So for me, as a writer and as a poet, I really appreciated the fact that I have something unique in my own work, the fact that I am using the Maltese language as well.
I think that is embracing the uniqueness. And following this topic, in my case, it also, not only did I realize like collaborations abroad, I realized the collaborations in our own countries. So I knew that when David was out to me, when we were there on the podcast, actually at first, he was talking about me. And then as soon as the very fat word to us, so I also even the private wow. We actually collaborate in our own countries with other local artists.
And we have to mention, and it's very interesting, that me, you, and the rest of the Maltese artists, we didn't know each other before.
Exactly.
So we got to know each other when we were actually traveling together. Yeah. So that was a whole new other experience as well.
And also, could link to this other. I act, I write, and
yes.
review as well.
But even, for example, Karen,
yes.
her artwork is very different, but still we could find parallels between.
I think the world is simply humans.
Human emotions.
Human emotions. That our work is different to us others, but ways to be connected by being simply human.
Angela, if I had to ask you, what are your dreams as an artist?
Well, after the summer and the PMP experience, I think a lot.
A lot.
like now I want to move into developing myself more as a professional artist with Down syndrome. What maybe means collaborators locally and internationally being taken seriously.
You feel that you're not taken seriously?
I feel that it's a new step to become a professional artist with a disability.
I think, but the barrier is being a professional artist in general, first of all.
Then no one expects someone with Down syndrome to be there at that level. But the whole point is, okay, I'm here so I enjoy it. So I'm here for community reasons. I'm here for lesser. But you don't see the professional.
The value of the professional artist.
Exactly. And doing my rapid experience this year, I got that. So
okay.
Then PMP happened.
So that's why you always feel the need to mention that you have Down syndrome as an artist?
Yeah, so how that is some great expectations of other people.
And do you feel that you manage to inspire other people with Down syndrome, Angela?
I think I do. When people say, like, wow, with the information to yes, and all of that, but I don't see myself as an information at all. I don't see myself just being very passionate.
Human,
and in love for what I do.
And I think this is very, very important. The love for what we do as artists. Yeah. But still, then on the other hand, as we also experienced in Turku, in some of the workshops that we attended, for example, when we visited the exhibition space, artists should be paid accordingly. Artists shouldn't be taken less seriously because they are artists. Do you feel it?
In fact, because sometimes the children and young people's festival here in Malta, and we're doing three mixability performances.
Okay.
And this year is the fourth. And the first time in Malta, they have performers with learning disabilities where it could be paid as the other non-disabled artists. So that's something.
I agree with you, and I think it's an issue and a problem overall, not just between disability and non-disability. Yeah. The appreciation of the arts, the artists as artists and not people expecting things for free because someone would say it's their hobby, they can do it in their free time.
The community, we do work with the community.
Yeah, they receive a lot of values from art.
So this year at for like college, I'm doing my season.
Okay.
I'm representation of people with learning disabilities in the performing arts team here in Malta.
That's very interesting.
So
that's very interesting.
And usually what I do is, as I said, right there I feel so important to mention that I had Down syndrome in this. So when it comes to my work, I say it to great expertise of this. But otherwise, I want people to get to know me as Angela. First and foremost.
To you as Angela, as a person.
Yes.
Not with the label of Down syndrome or with the disability label.
I never say, oh, I have Down syndrome, you know. I never say that. Other people need to discover for themselves. So
okay.
I thought they need to know me.
As you.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this conversation. I think if you had to ask me what I dream for the future, I would tell you that I wish to do more of my own work. Because currently I do a lot of script writing for other producers or other theater makers. So I wish to focus more and find time to focus more on my poetry, doing poetry slam. Even I wish to find time to do more street photography and documentary photography, and finally to manage to publish my book, which speaks about solitude, which I've written during the pandemic, and it includes different experiences of different people, mainly older people, and the way they have dealt with the COVID pandemic and the solitude that it created and that it increased during the pandemic. And if I had to tell you to choose, so we finally sum up. One of the most beautiful memories, apart from the villa, that we had in Turku.
Some tons of fun book of that. I fear.
We must also mention that Angela was writing everywhere.
Everywhere.
At the airport, on the plane, on the coach.
I don't know. I mean, I have far too many in this. So.
Okay.
So, but about the series, it's definitely when I was given the opportunity to present my work to everyone, and I was just this one. Really glad to. And also, I liked also how a group of people who didn't even know each other running through the tourism together, and ended up living and learning interesting stuff about each other.
Even the new friendships that we formed. Yeah. Angela, thank you so much. Our time is up.
Yeah.
Faster than we thought. And we encourage others, especially artists, to never give up, to pursue their art practice, to be committed with the themes that they resonate most, with their passions, with their creations, because art, as you said earlier before, is doing things from the heart.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening. The Professional Media Presence project is co-funded by the Creative Europe program of the European Union. Make sure to follow the updates on our social media, Instagram and Facebook, and visit our website pmpproject.eu. Stay tuned for more episodes.